Hi, I'm Kara Gilman, and I'm going to take you through a quick post-run or post-workout stretch yoga vinyasa practice. We'll just do it for 15 minutes, so it'll be pretty quick. And this is exactly what I do post-run. That's really great for my hips, my lower back, and gets kind of all those into those cranky areas after running. So to start, we'll start on our backs. You'll bring the soles of your feet wide. You'll rock your knees in. And then just, again, lay onto your back. Start to notice your lower back here. If you're in a deep back bend, can you let the lower back naturally just drop into the ground? Can you untuck your shoulders a little bit? Then your arms reach out by your sides. And take a moment to let your heart rate slow down, especially if you just got off the rows, if you just got from your run. Let your eyes close and let yourself soak in all this great work that you just did for yourself. And take a deep breath in through your nose, fill up. And take a nice cleansing breath out. And let's set 2 more times like that again. Inhale, breathing in. Exhale, releasing the breath out. And last one, inhale, deepest breath, fill up. And let it go through your mouth. And then draw your knees into your chest. Give yourself a big squeeze. Rock it out side to side. We'll take a happy baby pose. Let your soles, your feet lift up. Drop your lower back down and let your knees drop down towards your armpits. So for some of us, the feet seem really far away. So you can just grab a hold of your shins or your hamstrings, but try to get your ankles right over your knees. And then let the knees drop down, let the outer thighs hug your outer ribs. And just shake the legs side to side. And we'll make our way into figure 4. So cross your right ankle right on top of your left thigh. Nice hip stretch, right arm through the triangle of your legs. Squeeze the thigh in. Hands on the hamstrings. If you're feeling a little bit more open, hands to shin. And also variation is just to bring the sole of your foot down onto the floor. Press your right inner thigh away. Flex your right foot a little bit more. Again, lower back is nice and settled. And take a couple rounds of breath. And then we'll start to move into a little bit of core work. So if you had the leg, feel free to release it. Bring the sole of the foot down. You'll take your hands, you'll place them behind your head. Now take an inhale, just lift your shoulders off the ground. And on your exhale, try to get your elbow to the outside of that right thigh. You can tell I'm pretty far away, but in that direction. And then inhale, come right back to center. Try to keep your shoulders lifted. Exhale, twist again. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, twist. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. We'll do 5 more. Lift up for 5. For 4. 3. 2. And then 1. Lower right back down. Hug both of your knees into your chest, big squeeze. And then take your knees, drop them over to the left, and you're gonna come into your twist. Right arm's gonna reach out, arm's gonna reach out. Feel free to place a sneaker. You have some sneakers here. Feel free to use them as props as we move for this flow. You bring a sneaker right in between your legs for some support. Let your gaze go right over your right shoulder. And then come back to center, we'll switch sides. So from here, you'll come right into your figure 4. Cross your left ankle on top. Take your right hand to the triangle of your legs, or feel free to grab hold of the shin. Again, another variation, right sole of the foot down. Left thigh presses away from you. Take 5 rounds of breath. And see with every exhale if you can soften your shoulders a little bit. You can let your lower body drop into the mat a little bit more. You can feel and connect with your breath. And then we'll come back into that core work. So right sole of the foot drops down if it's not there already. Take your hands, place them behind your head. Take an inhale, lift your shoulders up. Exhale, twist over to left. So right elbow points in the direction of your left knee. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Try to keep your shoulders lifted. Definitely a really big challenge here. We'll do 5 more for 5, 4, 3, 2, and then 1. Lower it down. Hug your knees into your chest. Big squeeze. And then reach your arms out. Take your knees, drop them over to the right side. Let your gaze be over to left. Again, you can put a sneaker or water bottle to support your knees if your legs are kind of hovering, or if there's space underneath your right knee as well. And then bring your knees back to center. Rock forward and come into a tabletop. So you're going to come right onto your hands and your knees. We'll take a couple rounds of cat-cow. So hands underneath the shoulders. Knees are in line with your hips. We'll take an inhale, cow pose. Exhale, round for cat. And 2 more. Inhale. Exhale. And last one. Inhale. And then exhale, round for your cat pose. Walk your left knee a little bit in towards the center line, and then extend your right leg back, reach your heart forward. So start to really engage your back right leg, and then touch your right knee to your right elbow, so come all the way around. Inhale, extend it out, pull your chest forward, kick your foot back. Exhale, make contact again. Inhale, back. Exhale, bring it forward. I'll do it one more time. Inhale. Exhale, bring it forward and step that right foot to the outside of the hands. So you're gonna come into lizard lunge. You gotta walk your foot forward a little bit more. So you're gonna be in front of this left knee, so move your left knee back. You can stay right onto your hands. You can come onto your forearms, you can come onto your sneakers, your water bottle. And then drop your head down, take 5 rounds of breath here. You can also lift the razor edge of your right foot, lift it up. Nice and slow, lift your chest on up. And from here, we'll make our way into a quad stretch. You'll take your right hand, you'll grab a hold of your back foot. For some of us, the hamstring gets really crampy or it's hard to find our foot. You can just stay right into lizard lunge. We'll meet you there in a couple more rounds of breath. And then hug your foot in towards your butt, drop your head down. And then release your hand from your foot. You're gonna come into, it's called half Hanuman for Grand Script, half split. So walk your right foot over to the center of your mat, let your right leg straighten, flex your right toes, pull your right hip back, bring your left hip forward, drop your head down. If you want a calf stretch, you can grab a hold of your toes, pull them in towards your face. And a couple rounds of breath here. And then bring the razor edge of your right foot, place it right on the ground. So you're gonna turn the toes over to the right, walk your hands over to the right. And this one's an interesting one. This is your IT band, your outer hip stretch, target area. So you can feel a lot of sensation. This is where props are really essential. So you can flex your toes and drop your head down. If this is too much, you can bend your right knee. If you want more, you can straighten out a little bit more and drop your head down. Notice if there's a lot of weight in your shoulders, a lot of tension there. See if you can drop your head down a little bit more. And then walk your hands right back to center. Bend that right knee, and then from here, you're just gonna make your way back to child's pose. So bring your feet up, make your way into child's pose. Bring your feet together, your knees get wide. And drop your hips back, reach your arms out. Take a couple rounds of breath. Hips are heavy over your heels. You can shimmy the hips side to side. And then come back into your tabletop, onto your hands, your knees. Take that left leg, extend it back. Pull the chest forward. Hands right underneath your shoulders. Then look forward, bring your left knee, touch your left tricep. Inhale, reach it back, pull the heart forward. Exhale again, touch the knee to the tricep. Inhale back. Exhale, bring in. Last one, inhale. And then exhale, hold it here. Step your left foot to the outside of the hands. Walk your right toesies back. Come into your lizard, stay on your hands. Come onto your forearms, come onto your shoes and your props. Option to lift the left sole of the foot up, so let the left knee drop out a little bit. So pick your variation. 5 rounds of breath here. We'll add on that quad stretch. Again, if the quad stretch is too much, you can stay right in lizard lunge. Otherwise, bend your back or your knee, grab a hold of the foot, hug it in towards your butt, and then drop your chest down towards the floor here. Make sure you're in front of that knee. A lot of times you're on top of it, or this knee might be really sensitive, so you can put a sneaker underneath your knee. You can pad it with a towel or shirt. And also notice if you start to really drop into your joints, see if you can hug everything in a little bit more to bring in more strength. So you're not putting any pressure in the joints, especially the SI joint or in the lower back there. And we'll come into our hamstring stretch. So left leg straightens, flex the toes up. You can stay right here. You can come into your calf stretch and drop the head down. And you might notice as you come into these poses, as you breathe, you might be able to go a little bit deeper. And that's not the goal necessarily, but you'll notice as you relax your body, because the breath will relax you, your shoulders, everything will drop in a little bit more. So that's why the breath isn't so important. It's gonna relax your body so you can take these poses a little bit more deeper physically. But it'll also be a way of knowing if you're going a little bit too deep in a pose. A lot of times if we force, we're not breathing correctly, we hurt ourselves, just like in our running. So same knowledge here. If you're not breathing, back off a little bit, take a break. And then come into your IT band stretch. Take your left foot, place it on its side, walk your hands over to the left. Feel free to place your hands onto those props, drop your head down, flex the toes. You might notice as you come to each side, one side might be a little bit tighter than the other, so feel free to hold one a little bit longer. I know especially for my left side, my T-band and outer hips a lot longer, so in many cases I hold this pose a lot longer than the other side, so feel free to stay a little bit longer in the poses as you need to. And then walk your hands right back to center and make your way into child's pose again. Bring your feet together, let your knees get wide. Shake your head side to side, release any tension in your shoulders. And take one more round of breath, breathe in and breathe out. And then from here, make your way into your Shavasana. So Shavasana is our resting pose in yoga. So I recommend setting your iPhone timer for 3 to 5 minutes. 5 minutes would be ideal. And setting yourself up in a position that feels best. So you can put your legs up the wall, which I'll demonstrate in a moment. You can just lay flat on your back. It can feel good to have a sweatshirt on, a blanket on. You can also lay on your belly, whatever feels best for you, but it's a way of letting the nervous system slow down a little bit more, letting all the good work you just did for yourself soak in, and taking a moment to enjoy everything that you've done for yourself. So make your way into your Shavasana of choice. Again, set your iPhone timer, 3, 5 minutes, maybe 10 minutes, whatever works best for you. Take these moments of rest. Start to get set up. And let's just take one more round of breath together. Take a deep breath in, inhale. And this time let a nice sigh out. Let yourself drop right into your Shavasana. Namaste.